All right, so every once in a while, I'll get some bootleg figures. If, I've seen some positive reviews about them and they're cheap enough, I'll take a dabble sometimes just to see what you're going to get. Because sometimes you really do get quality figures for cheap prices if you go with a bootleg. Other times, not so much. But in this case, definitely so. So these are both based on the Mezco Kong, and that face, the way the face and the body is shaped on the Mezco Kong, that's what these are basically based on. Here we have a vinyl version of the Mezco Kong, and here we have a this is basically a black and white version of the fully articulated Mezco Kong, which also comes with a bunch of accessories. And I'll go over all of that with you. But these were two that I've had for a little bit now, and I wanted to do a review of them just to say sometimes it's safe and fun and doesn't cost you that much to get good quality bootleg figures that look good on the shelf. So we're going to do these one by one. All right, so first we'll start off with the Chinese version of the vinyl version of the Mezco Kong. And man, I'll tell you, this is a nice figure. This is a nice piece of vinyl that's just very well done. That only cost me like 10 or 11 bucks, I think I paid for it. And this figure comes with, comes in, I believe it's 3 different versions. One with the mouth open, and has both hands open. This one with the mouth closed and 2 fists. And then one with 1 open hand and 1 fist. I happen to I thought this one was a little tougher looking out of all of them, to be honest with you. And since I did get the fully articulated bootleg of the Mezco with the open mouth, I wanted to have this guy. And I like the look where he has both fists closed. But I'm really impressed with this, man. I mean, this figure right here for $11 is just very well made. It doesn't feel like a piece of shit. It isn't a piece of shit, you know? It's a highly detailed figure. The fur is just awesome. Look at the detail on the fur, especially when you go to the back here. Fantastic, man. You know, and the paint job on this is really nice too. It's like different shades of brown mixed in here. It's just a great sculpt. The sculpt of his face is really, really nice. You have the scars on his chest. His chest is well done. Legs and feet are well done. Awesome, man. Awesome, man. This is like, you don't have to be a snob when you're collecting. You don't have to just collect X pluses or, SH Monster Arts or, some of the more expensive collectibles. You can dabble in and grab a dope bootleg every now and then too, and just hit it right on the money with a great figure. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be a figure snob, man. You know what I mean? You can find great bootlegs for cheap prices. And this is just, if you could see the coloring of the paint, it's like, there's like a copper mixed in with the brown. That just looks so nice. It makes his fur look so realistic. and the articulation is the legs and the arms and the head. The head moves, side to side. But this is just a really nice bootleg. It's just a nice piece of vinyl, man. You know what I mean? And Mezco has their own look to Kong. You know what I mean? It's not really based off any Kong movie. Maybe the face looks a little closer to the Kong we have now. If anything, just with a 2005 head on him. I don't know. It's a cool looking Kong nonetheless. I've been meaning to get the real Mezco Kong because I happen to like it very much. I probably couldn't find it at the time I got these. But, I saw a few reviews on these and it just looks so nice, It's just so worth it for $10, And this guy is, he's like a little under 7 inches, Pretty decent size. Pretty cool. I'll pose him for you. Yeah, I just wanted to show you that you could get this guy basically into an all-4 pose. He's looking down, but you can still pose him that way, which is cool. His arms are long enough to do that, to let you be able to do that. And you could have him in like a marching into battle pose, which is cool. Tilt his head like that. I mean, that's fucking nice, man. Shit. Like, wow. Like, they put a lot of work into this, man. And now, also, let's take a look at the head sculpt. That's quite nice. That face is menacing. The eyes are good. The detail on his face and head are fucking fantastic. Look at the details on his chest. Everything is just so well done. If you could see, like, the paint, there's, like, these splatters of, like, copper mixed in with the brown to really make it look like fur. If you could see that. That's just beautiful, man. You know what I mean? So, no complaints here. This is as nice as, like, damn near any other piece of vinyl I've seen. It's just a good Kong. I'm happy to have this guy for 10, 11 bucks, something like that. I think I got it on like AliExpress or some shit like that. That's a fucking nice vinyl, man. That's a nice piece of vinyl. A good Kong, a good addition. And now here is the fully articulated Mezco bootleg. And this is the black and white version of the figure, which I thought is much cooler. It gives like an old school throwback look to Kong, and the accessories that they give you with this black and white one was so much cooler. You know what I mean? You get 2 heads. You get a total of 5 hands. You get this bone, the skull, and then you get a little Fey Ray right here that he can hold in his hand. Now that's why you get 5 hands, because 1 hand is so that it could grip Fey Ray, and then the other is just a regular open hand. So you could put, and then you have 2 fists, so you could put those in as well. And, once again, wow. You know what I mean? For a bootleg, this is pretty damn good. Oh, and you also have the shackles, which, and here's one of the drawbacks of getting bootleg figures. They don't snap closed. I'm fairly certain on the real Mezco that they do, But they kind of loose. You can't really put them around Kong's wrist. You could kind of like let them hang off his biceps. They stay there pretty good, which is cool anyway. If you pose him like that, it looks fantastic. It's a really nice bootleg. It's a nice sculpt. The face looks great. The closed mouth looks great. The teeth on the closed mouth look awesome. You can see his scars. It's highly detailed. His fur looks great. You know, it's like black and grays. You know, of course, you get the little Fairy that he holds in his hand, which you could make him look at. But just to get a closer look at the face, it's really nice. I actually prefer the closed mouth face on this figure. I like to pose it just like that, you know. But I'm going to show you it with the other head and the different hands. You could get this guy to go on all fours, which is cool also. And yeah, this is just really nice. I think this was $20, $25. I don't remember how much it was. $20 maybe. Cheap. It was cheap, whatever it was. It was less than the Mezco, a lot less. Yeah, I think I got them both on, fuck's sake, Ollie's. I don't know if it was that or Wish or Ollie, whatever. One of those two bootleg sites. You know, you wait forever, it comes wrapped up, taped all over, you know, in some like heavily padded package, no box, just in some bubble wrap. But it's a great figure. I mean, come on, man. That looks amazing for $20. $15. I forget what even the price was. It was cheap, man. You know what I mean? And to get a figure like that, which really looks like a $50 figure, $50 to $60 figure, for $15 or $20. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it's well worth it. I'm always looking on there for bootlegs. It always seems like they have the same things. You know, you gotta look and see if you think one of them is good, and then you go over to YouTube and see if anybody's reviewed the bootleg. Because usually if the bootleg gets a review, it's a good bootleg. And I've seen several on these guys. So let me just put different hands on him, put his different face on, and pose him for you. All right, now here he is with the other open hand. And the alternate face, which is very nice. You could tell you know, it's similar to the open mouth Mezco, you know what I mean? But it's surprisingly very well painted in the mouth. The teeth are fairly well done. You know, but the inside of the mouth is painted pretty well. You can see the tongue. Everything's in black and white, you know, which is cool. I like that. You know, and it does have its drawbacks, you know, like this hand fits a little loosely. You know, you have to have it in the right position. The figure's a little top heavy. And I imagine that the real Mezco is probably not. But it might be, I don't know. I'll have to get it and review it and see. But still, man, this is a great figure, you know. It looks good. The detail is good. It's got posability. It's got cool accessories, and it's dirt cheap. So what's the problem? You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with getting these and adding them to your shelf. Some of these could look just as nice as any of the other name brands. And just as well done. You know, it has its drawbacks here and there, but so do the known brands. So, I happen to like this very much. And I think it's fairly quality. I'm going to pose them for you on all fours so you can see what that looks like. That looks amazing, man. I really, really love how this looks on all fours. You can really, really see the detail when you pose them like this. And the head really lets you lift it up pretty high on the ball joint so that you can make them kind of look up. Hell yeah, that's a mean Kong. You could kind of make him look up when he's on all fours. But this might be one of the nicest he looks on all fours out of all the figures that you could do that with him. And I'm saying that about a bootleg. This is why I say you could, don't be scared. You know what I mean? You might strike out a couple of times, but you're going to get something nice also. And this certainly is. I'm always somebody that likes to go get the original, though. So I plan on getting the Mezco Kong so I could see the quality difference. But I'm really happy to have this right now, and it looks good on the shelf. So no complaints here. Here we have him with his two fists on, ready to scrap. And then you could take the one fist out and you put this one back in, and now he's got a weapon for battle. So, all in all, man, this is very nice. It's got posability, it's got detail, it's got a decent paint job, it's got cool accessories, and it's dirt cheap. The couple drawbacks are few and far between. It's still a very, very solid figure. As you could see that, you could see it. It's got good posability. It's not a piece of shit. And it's really a win-win. I like them a lot. So there we have it, folks. I believe you could get the two of these for like maybe $30 for both of them, or $25 for both of them. I don't know exactly. Go check one of the sites like AliExpress or Wish, and just put put Kong or Kong vinyl, Kong bootleg. I don't know. Just Google it. You'll find these two. And I would highly recommend them. I'd highly recommend these two bootlegs. I know it's crazy to say, but... and I've struck out with bootlegs before, believe me. Like I ordered a couple NECA bootlegs of Godzilla that were just not up to par, falling apart. I sold them to somebody who just, redoes figures, so he wanted them. And I got an SH Monster Arts bootleg for Godzilla, the 2019 Godzilla. Maybe I'll do a review of that. It's just ridiculous. Like the atomic breath don't even fit in his mouth. But the figure kind of looks okay, but it's not as good as these two. So anyway, get you some bootleg Kong out there, fellas. It's worth it, trust me. Trust me. All right, man. Peace out, guys.